moving into the third verse of Yesterday, I've come out of the bridge in my way of playing it with the, and then I'm going to slide that down, and a little bit differently here. I'm actually pushing the bass note there. So it's like 1, 2, and. So it's 1 and 2 and, if you want to count it. And then here, and I'll play this slowly. I do that little turn, open, open, and let everything ring there. See how I'm letting everything ring over the bar line into the B flat, and it's still ringing. It just creates a kind of an ambient backdrop, and it's something that's really important, I think, to understand about my arranging process, is how I'm always looking for that resonance within the guitar to just keep things kind of like developing kind of the guitar's own reverb, as it were. So here, I'll play the whole phrase. And then moving, as we did before. I'll play that one more time. Now, moving on into the second bridge, the same basic grips, but I'm filling in the texture a little bit more here. So here, for example, on the E, I'll do that slowly. Here's the E minor grip, and then open, lift off the third finger to let the D string ring open, hammer on to the second fret with the third finger, and then pick the third and fourth strings. And you can see how that hammer-on kind of adds a little groove. There's a certain kind of momentum that comes with hammer-ons that really, as you start to really explore fingerstyle guitar, you find how much groove is kind of built into the left hand, not just the right hand. So here, and then again on the A, so on beat 4. So again, everything's still ringing. And then up to the D, the C. Now, on the B flat, instead of just playing 2 notes, I'm filling it out. But in an interesting way. Another characteristic of DAGGAD is that on the top 3 strings, what you get, for example, here is a B flat, here's another B flat, and you'll notice it's my pinky that's doing the bar. Here's a C, and here's an F. So it's a B flat sus2 chord. There's no D in there. And now the ear, of course, is hearing the D as part of the basic tonality, because we've just heard this. But now if I put in the open D string, for example, it gets too thick, too rich. But here, it's a thickened line. I'm thickening the texture, but without making a strong major or minor statement about it. It's a B flat sus2, the C being a suspension of the D. Instead of playing the D note, I'm playing the C note there, mostly because I can't actually play the F and the D at the same time in that register and have to do this. And you can hear if I did that, if I do, it's very, very major, and it's not quite the feeling I'm going for. And then that also puts me in this position be able to do a little turn instead of just doing this. And again, it's hammer, pull, and pull. And then here, I'm going to do a bar and walk down in the bass. So here we go. Melody is an E. Bass note is a G. Moving to the F and then moving to the E. So, and then coming off the bar with 2 Ds, which sounds a little open and kind of bald by itself. But in a tempo, it goes by quickly. So that whole phrase, and just pause a little without milking it too much. And then I'm breaking up that C with a little bit of an arpeggio there. And watch my right hand. Then I'm doing an upstroke rather than, I want to just catch, again, as I mentioned earlier, catch a little bit of just a little different texture there. And now here, I'm going to go to an F9 chord. Sounds very French Impressionist classical, like Ravel or Debussy. Another thing that's characteristic of DAG-GAD is because we have that open G string, which is the 9th of the F chord, but I've got an E flat in there to make it an F7. Add the 9, and you get an F9. But there's no third. That would be a real F9. But here, the melody or the accompanying part. Now I go to the A. So I'll play that again. And then moving back to the E minor. And then on the A, a little bit different this time. So I'll play that. Instead of doing this, I'm expanding the texture a little bit. I'm playing it like that. So at speed, sounds a little trickier than it is because this doesn't change. But what I'm doing is I'm filling in those open strings. So now on this, I could put that B flat in there. Just makes it a little bit more of a stretch. If you find that to be a problem, there's a couple of other ways you can do it. One is to just simply not even do the walk down, but I like, and then back to the, so I'll play the whole second bridge now. And then it goes back to the last verse.